Hello and welcome to another edition of News Showcase. I am Priya, Tamil Nadu's first artificial intelligence news presenter. The Madras High Court has upheld its own verdict that Tamil Nadu politician Paneerselvam cannot use the symbol or flag of the AIADMK. The verdict comes on an appeal by the politician who was expelled from the party during a power struggle last year. Paneerselvam, who is a former chief minister of the state, and his backers have since positioned themselves as a separate faction and went to the court to claim the party's symbol and its flag. A power struggle broke out in the AIADMK party after the death of its leader Jayalaitha in 2016 while she was in office. It is currently the main opposition party in the state, led by ex-chief minister Palanisami. Reports say a case has been registered against actor NanTara for hurting religious sentiments of the Hindus in her film Annapoorani. A Hindu group in Madhya Pradesh said in its complaint that the film disrespected Hindu god Ram and promoted love jihad. Media reports said the film's director, producers, and the head of the streaming company Netflix, Monica Shergill, were also named in the case. Reports said Netflix had dropped the film from its platform in the wake of the controversy after it was released online in December. The Hindu group, VHP, has said senior BJP leader Lal Krishna Advani will attend the inauguration of the Ram Temple in Ayodhya later this month. Reports said the leader of the group's international wing, Alok Kumar, invited him during a visit to his home. According to earlier reports, the BJP had advised Advani and some senior leaders not to attend the event due to their frail health. In 1992, Advani was the face of the movement during the height of the campaign to build the Ram Temple in Ayodhya. In about a week from now, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate the Ram Temple in a grand ceremony, which was built at a cost of rupees 1,800 crore rupees. Passengers were dressed up as gods in the Hindu epic Ramayana for the first flight from Ahmedabad to Ayodhya town. The new international airport was unveiled by Prime Minister Narendra Modi last month as the town prepares to welcome high-profile guests for the inauguration of the Ram Temple. The curtain raiser for the grand event later this month was marked by a roadshow by the Prime Minister. A totally revamped railway station also opened last month with modern escalators and walls with artwork depicting scenes from religious stories. The town also started an eco-friendly car service as tourists and pilgrims started arriving in large numbers, and a rush of devotees is expected to surge in the coming months. Lawmaker from Jammu and Kashmir region Farooq Abdullah has been summoned for questioning by the Enforcement Directorate, which investigates financial crimes. The case involves moving funds belonging to the Jammu and Kashmir Cricket Association to the personal bank accounts of various people. Abdullah, who heads the National Conference Party, was the president of the Cricket Association for 12 years from 2001. He was named in the case in 2022, which is investigated by the CBI and the ED. Reports said the alleged illegal transfers took place between 2004 and 9. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal and Jharkhand Chief Minister Hemant Soren are the other prominent opposition leaders under investigation for financial crimes. The former Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir, Mehbooba Mufti, survived a crash in the west of the region, and her Scorpio Jeep was badly damaged after it collided with another car. Mufti, who was not injured, went ahead with her scheduled plans after the incident in Anantnag district. She was on her way to meet victims of a fire accident. A police officer in her security detail was slightly injured. She heads the People's Democratic Party and served as the first female Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir state between 2016 and 2018. The visit by Maldives President Mohammed Muizzu to China has set the stage for more Chinese investments in the island. Both sides have agreed to a comprehensive strategic cooperative partnership as the host President Xi Jinping described Muizzu as an old friend. World Bank data revealed that the Maldives owes China about 20% of its public debt, making Beijing its biggest bilateral creditor ahead of Saudi Arabia and India. Maldives dominated regional headlines this week in the wake of a row with neighbor India after the island's ministers posted derogatory comments against the country and Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The row was sparked by speculation that New Delhi was trying to promote its own Lakshadweep islands among tourists as an alternative to the Maldives. The Henley Passport Index has released its latest data, in which passports of 6 countries have been ranked as the most powerful in the world. Holders of passports issued by Germany, France, Italy, Japan, Singapore, and Spain can now travel without a visa to 194 countries. The data showed until now the top spot has been shared by Japan and Singapore over the past 5 years. India came 80th in the rankings with visa-free access to 62 countries. Among them are Indonesia, Malaysia, and Thailand, which recently eased visa requirements for Indians to encourage them to visit their countries and promote tourism. Afghanistan, which has some of the strictest religious rules, came last on the list, with access to just 28 countries without a visa. Cyber experts in Taiwan predict that an invasion by the Chinese will include a massive strike on its cyber infrastructure. Taiwan's Institute of National Defense and Security Research has said cyber attacks on the country have increased sharply this year in the run-up to the presidential election on Saturday. China has described the polls as a choice between war and peace for the island's 23 million people. Reports say cyber attackers have not only targeted Taiwan's government and defense establishments, but also hit its semiconductor industry. Taiwanese companies play a key role in the supply of chips, which is the lifeline of the global economy. US-UK warn Houthi rebels in Yemen. Britain and the United States have indicated they could take military action against rebels in Yemen after they repelled a wave of drone attacks on ships in the Red Sea. Fighter jets and warships shot down 21 drones and missiles launched by the rebels this week. The UN Security Council has passed a resolution which called for an immediate end to the rebel attacks. It endorsed the right of UN member states to defend their ships, which the rebels said was a political game. The rebels said they targeted ships linked to Israel to protest against the war in Gaza. Earlier this month, a group of 12 nations warned the rebels of consequences if the attacks continued on commercial shipping. The International Court of Justice will hear a case initiated by South Africa, accusing Israel of committing genocide against Palestinians in Gaza. The initiative also calls on the court to order Israel to end its military activities in the enclave. The case will be closely watched around the world, although the ICJ will deliver only an opinion, as it is not a criminal trial. Israel has vehemently rejected the accusation as baseless, and its president Isaac Herzog called the accusations atrocious and preposterous. South Africa says Israel's aim was destruction of a substantial part of the Palestinian racial and ethnic group. It also said the plan was to cause serious bodily and mental harm, calculated to bring about their physical destruction. Republican presidential candidates Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley have traded insults at a debate ahead of the Iowa caucuses. The two candidates are hoping to sway votes away from frontrunner Donald Trump's big lead in the polls, which will be the first test of voters' mood. Trump did not take part but appeared at a Fox News town hall event. Haley and DeSantis both attacked Trump's record but avoided questions about his personal character. Republican members in Iowa will vote on Monday to choose their preferred candidate. Former New Jersey Governor Christie dropped out of the presidential race amid pressure that he should leave the race and back a candidate against Donald Trump. Christie has not offered his support to any candidate. Reports said tech giant Google is laying off hundreds of staff working on its digital assistant, hardware and engineering teams as part of its drive to cut costs. They said affected employees are those working on the voice-based Google Assistant and at the augmented reality hardware team. Workers in the company's central engineering organization were also hit by the cuts. In a statement, Google said, throughout the second half of 2023, a number of teams made changes to become more efficient and work better, and to align their resources to their biggest product priorities. It said, organizational changes include some role eliminations around the world. It also said, affected staff can apply for open positions elsewhere in the company. This unusual visitor to a bank in Uttar Pradesh caused amusement among customers, and a video of the scene amassed many views after it went viral. The bull walked into the branch of the State Bank of India in Unnao city in the state of Uttar Pradesh. The animal walked up to the counters, took a casual stroll before settling in a corner of the customer waiting area. Staff and customers scrambled to stay away from the bull as a security guard tried to guide it out of the bank. Reports said the bull had a fight with another one on the road before fleeing into the bank. Thank you for watching. I am Priya, Tamil Nadu's first artificial intelligence news presenter. Do tune in, same time tomorrow, for a roundup of the latest news and updates in India and around the world.